What's going on, everybody? We're live here on the DST show, and the play-in tournament has completely ended nights ago, and that's commencing over to our NBA playoff bracket after the New Orleans Pelicans eliminated the LA Clippers and the Atlanta Hawks come in as a bottom seed against the Miami Heat. And this is like the third or I think the second time we've had the play-in tournament as a bit of another desperation grab for an extension playoff, or I guess some ways to change it up. And I don't know. I guess to still alert some teams that bottom seed is predictable, because you don't really hear a lot of bottom seed teams, beating the first seed. Now, if you want, you could just randomize the seeding setup so no team faces off against the bottom feeders. Now, I understand they have to do it, but currently, the Brooklyn Nets, over beating the Denver, because they were packed over as an eighth seed, face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers, got them out of elimination. Hawks beat the Hornets. Miami leads by one currently in the series. But let's just keep out of it, and let's just admit this. Play-in sucks. It gets out teams that are already snatching over for eighth seed to begin with. It gets mediocre teams that are not gonna garner ratings, especially for the less star factor. And it's stupid. It's a waste of time. Not a lot of teams, especially with lower fanfare, are going to be that interested. That 10th seed New Orleans Pelicans earns a shot against 11th seed, 9th seed, goddamn San Antonio Spurs, and it's not even the good Spurs. The only person you can name on that team is probably Kelvin Johnson, and I guess DeJounte Murray. That had an impressive year, but not good enough to be a contending team to even make it out of the second round. You don't really need it, especially for a league that's a best of seven over an accumulation of over 50 games. You think that would be enough to be like, if you didn't make it this far when we gave you about 6 months to make it into the playoffs, poof, you're gone. Same thing with the NHL. I don't feel like you should change up the playoff format. For baseball, practically yes, because it's more parity-based. Some teams are just going to reach over 90 games and still miss over playoffs. There's a system of making it over 41 games in the NBA, over 82 games, and making it to the playoffs. And I feel like that's a fair assessment, because that's over the ascended limit. You have over 160 games over in MLB. So making it over to 90 and still smudging over playoff contention is a bit agitating for certain teams that worked very hard over an extensive period of the season. So I can understand why that does have an extension playoff system. NFL, I don't know why they have an extended playoffs. Why they had to make a bottom-feeding 7th seed over an injury-riddled AFC North Pittsburgh Steelers shitty team for apple turnovers, sex offender McGee, Ben Roethlisberger to have his moment in the sun, get pimp slapped by over 40 points against the Kansas City Chiefs. That was a shitty performance, and it shows that not everybody deserves to be in the playoffs, bro. It is best of 7. Why do we need an external 2 weeks to see what mediocre 10th seed makes it to face number 1 seed? You know how bad that is? But at least I guess for majority of my playoff predictions have been correct. Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Sixers, Toronto would sleep in there, Atlanta, and Miami. While the Pelicans, I didn't expect. They were supposed to be the second worst team in the NBA, in my opinion, and the Lakers were supposed to pop in as a 10th seed or 8th seed, coming in. Mavs, Jazz, Warriors, Nuggets. I had the Warriors actually sleeping as an 8th seed, but they came up with so high momentum that they came as third best, facing off against the Nuggets in probably the most anticipated series in the first round to go to a best of 7. And the Grizzlies with the Timberwolves exceeding my expectations over what looked to be a slow start to the year. But yeah, I feel like the play-in sucks. But we have the rest of the NBA season ahead of us, and the postseason ahead of us, and sometimes you get the best basketball in the playoffs, especially when it's not certain who could be the NBA champions. So I'll give it this: there's a bit more unpredictability because the Warriors are not how they were 3 seasons ago. The Suns have been the most dominant NBA team in the season. Nobody would have said that 5 seasons ago. Miami have a chance to at least come back to the conference finals. Sixers have a lot to prove after trading for James Harden, getting rid of Ben Simmons, and knowing that they're more high octane offense to get some upsets going. Celtics have a lot to prove. Get that chip out of the shoulder without Kyrie. Make it into the NBA Finals since 2010? No, I think it was since 2009. And can the Milwaukee Bucks repeat? But I have the Bucks winning in 6. I have the Sixers winning in probably. I have them winning in 5 against the Raptors. I don't see much going here. Miami could win in 4, and the Celtics can. I think plenty of people have the Nets probably winning in 7. I have the Celtics winning in 6. But I'm gonna talk about the rest around next week. Brian will be back. We'll be back to a regularly scheduled sports programs whenever we do streams. Talk about the NFL draft. Talk about what's going on. A lot more in the sports world. We're going to be talking about Yankees baseball. Probably Mets baseball because we know Brian is a major Mets fan. And, get some stuff popping. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And like, comment, and subscribe for more here in the DST show, where we talk about plenty of topics other than just pro wrestling, even though you see my content. I talk about a lot. But probably I will get up to watching Rampage, watching SmackDown, and assess my opinion there. That's it from the DC show. That's it from me. Hot shit.